The Little League Baseball World Series is an annual baseball tournament for children aged 11 to 13 years old. It was originally called the National Little League Tournament and was later renamed for the World Series in Major League Baseball. It was first held in 1947 and is held every August in South Williamsport, Pennsylvania, in the United States. Initially, only teams from the U.S. competed in the World Series, but it has since become a worldwide tournament. The tournament has gained popular renown, especially in the United States, where games from the series and even from regional tournaments are broadcast on ESPN. In 2006, the age limit was changed such that players could turn 13 after May 1, not August 1, as had previously been the case. As the series takes place in August, many of the players have already turned 13 before the World Series. While the Little League Baseball World Series is frequently referred to as just the Little League World Series, it is actually one of 8 tournaments sponsored by Little League International. Each of them brings baseball or softball all-star teams from around the world together in one of 4 age divisions. The tournament structure described here is that used for the Little League Baseball World Series. The structure used for the other World Series is similar, but sometimes with different regions. Qualifying tournaments. In the summer months leading up to the Little League World Series, held each year in August, Little Leagues around the world select an all-star team made up of players from its league. It is these all-star teams that compete in district, sectional and/or divisional, and regional tournaments, hoping to advance to Williamsport for the Little League World Series. How many games a team has to play varies from region to region. In the United States, the tournaments at the lowest level lack nationwide standardization. Some use pool play or double elimination, while others use single elimination. In the United States, the fate of district winners varies widely from state to state. In some larger states such as Pennsylvania, New York, and California, the district winners advance to one of many sectional tournaments. The winners of each sectional tournament then advance to a state or divisional tournament, the latter only being held in Texas and California and are similar to the state tournaments held in less densely populated states. Most smaller states lack competition at the sectional level and go straight from district to state tournaments. A handful of states are composed of only one district, and the district champion is the automatic state champion. With 4 exceptions, every state as well as the District of Columbia crowns a state champion, and sends that team to represent it to one of 8 regional tournaments. The exceptions involve California, Texas, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Because of their large geographic and population sizes, California and Texas send 2 representatives to their regional tournament. Northern California and Southern California in the West Region Tournament and Texas East and Texas West compete in the Southwest Region Tournament. Conversely, North Dakota does not have any towns who play through Little League. The Dakotas have one district spanning the 2 states, and its winner becomes the joint champion and advances to the Midwest Region Tournament. The state champions compete in one of 8 different regional tournaments. Each regional tournament winner then advances to the Little League World Series. See 8 for a comprehensive breakdown of current and historical U.S. regional tournament locations, participants and results. Other countries and regions pick their own way of crowning a champion. Little League Canada holds tournaments at the provincial and regional level to field 5 champions at the national tournament: Ontario, Quebec, British Columbia, the Atlantic Provinces, and the Prairie Provinces. The host site of the national tournament varies from year to year, and the host team gets an automatic berth as the 6th team. The tournament is played as a round-robin and uses the page playoff format. The winner of the national tournament earns the right to represent Canada at the Little League World Series. The Little League World Series consists of 16 teams, 8 from the United States, and 8 from other countries. Prior to 2001 there were 8 teams in the LLWS, 4 U.S. teams and 4 international. It should be noted that in 1975 there were only 4 teams in the LLWS, all from the United States. The international teams returned in 1976. From 2001 to 2009, the 16 teams were divided into 2 brackets, the United States bracket and the international bracket. Each team was then randomly assigned to one of two pools in their respective bracket. In the opening days of the tournament, the teams competed round-robin within their own pool. The top two teams in each pool advanced to the semi-final of their bracket, where the first-place team from one pool competed against the second-place team from the other. The respective winners advanced to play in either the United States or international final. The U.S. champion and the international champion advanced to compete in the Little League World Series championship game. On April 14, 2010, Little League announced that starting in 2010, round-robin play would be replaced by a double elimination brackets in each pool. The winners of each pool would advance to single-elimination U.S. and international championship games, and the winners of those games would advance to the World Championship game. Every team would play a minimum of 3 games. The 4 teams that lost their first 2 games would cross over and play U.S. versus international games. On June 16, 2011, it was announced that the double elimination format had been modified. The pools were eliminated in favor of placing the 8 U.S. teams in one bracket, and the 8 international teams in another bracket. The tournament remains double elimination until the U.S. and international championship games, where it becomes single elimination. Each team still plays a minimum of 3 games, playing a crossover consolation game if eliminated after their second game. The 8 regional tournament winners which compete in the United States bracket of the Little League World Series, as well as the states those regional champions could possibly hail from, are as follows: New England, Mid-Atlantic, Midwest, Great Lakes, Southeast, Southwest, Northwest, West. The 8 divisions which compete in the international bracket are as follows: Asia Pacific and Middle East, Australia, Canada, Caribbean, Europe and Africa, Japan, Latin America, Mexico. The 8 divisions which compete in the United States bracket represent 96% of the players in Little League with over 2.2 million players, while the 8 divisions in the international bracket represent 4% of the Little League or less than 130,000 players. Prior to 2008, instead of 2 separate geographic regions, Europe, the Middle East, and Africa held 2 coterminous regions, Europea Euro-Middle East Euro-Africa, Transatlantic. The Transatlantic and EMEA regions were geographically identical. Leagues from the Transatlantic region generally consisted of children and other dependents of American expatriates, typically armed forces personnel, international organization members, and oil company workers. The leagues within the EMEA region consisted of players native to the league's own country. Representative teams for the Transatlantic region had to have at least 51% nationals of Canada, the US or Japan, while teams for the EMEA region could have no more than 3 players from those 3 countries. Teams in the reorganized Europe and MEA regions did not have nationality restrictions, as evidenced by the 2009 series. In that year, both regions were won by teams made up primarily of children of American expatriates. Europe was represented by a team from Ramstein Air Base, a United States Air Force base in Germany, while MEA was represented for the second time in its 2-year existence by the team from the Saudi Aramco camp. On August 29, 2012, Little League announced a significant realignment of the international regions, which took effect in 2013. Australia left the former Asia-Pacific region and received an automatic berth in the LLWS. Australia has now become the 4th largest country, and the largest outside North America, in Little League participation. The former MEA region was disbanded. Middle Eastern countries, except for Israel and Turkey, were placed in the former Asia-Pacific region, which was renamed the Asia-Pacific and Middle East region. African countries were placed in the former Europe region, which was renamed the Europe and Africa region. Israel and Turkey remained in the renamed Europe and Africa region. They had been in the former Europe region as members of the European zone of the International Baseball Federation. Venues: 2 venues host World Series games, Howard J. LeMaitre Stadium and Little League Volunteer Stadium. LeMaitre Stadium has hosted games since 1959, while Little League Volunteer Stadium opened in 2001 when the field expanded to 16 teams. Prior to 1959, the Little League World Series was held at Original Little League on West 4th Street in Williamsport. Both fields have symmetrical fences, with a distance of 68.6 m from home plate to each of the outfield positions. That distance had been 62.5 m before 2006. Admission to all LLWS games is free for all spectators. However, stadium seats for the World Championship game are distributed in a random drawing of all interested parties due to high demand. LeMade Stadium has a berm beyond the fences that has allowed the facility to hold up to 45,000 spectators. Little League World Series champions, Zambonga City disqualified, championship tally, championships won by Country County. In 1976 the tournament was split into two brackets, one for international teams and one for teams from the United States. Championship notes: in 1975, Little League Baseball banned all non-U.S. teams from the World Series. After considerable criticism, the ban was rescinded the following year. In 1985, Mexicali, Mexico, represented the West region of the United States in the Little League World Series. Because of its proximity to the El Centro Calexico area in Southern California, Mexicali competed in and represented California's District 22 in the Southern California Division from 1957 to 1985, representing the bordering city of Calexico, California. In 1992, Long Beach was declared a 6-0 winner after the International Tournament Committee determined that Zambonga City had used ineligible players that were either not from within its city limits, over age, or both. From 1997 to 2002, no teams from Taiwan participated in the tournament. In 1996 or 1997, the Taiwan Baseball Association decided its leagues would no longer charter with Little League, claiming inability to comply with rules enacted in 1992 regarding the maximum size of player pools and number of participating teams and leagues based at schools, and residency requirements, which Little League Baseball had stated it would enforce more strictly, especially after the 1992 incident. From the introduction of Far East teams in 1967 until after 1996, Taiwan had won 17 of a possible 30 championships and had been runner-up twice. Famous participants in Little League World Series: Danny Armonti, the center of significant controversy following the 2001 series due to age falsification/Bronx, New York; Wilson Alvarez, a former MLB player Maracaibo, Venezuela; Jim Barbieri, former MLB player, first player to play in a World Series and a Little League World Series, 1966 MLB World Series Schenectady, New York; Jason Bay, a MLB player, 2004 National League Rookie of the Year Trail, British Columbia; Don Beaver, a co-owner, Pittsburgh Pirates Mooresville, North Carolina; Derek Bell, a former MLB player, 1992 MLB World Series champion Tampa, Florida; Laval Blanks, a former MLB player Del Rio, Texas; Sean Burrows, a MLB player Long Beach, California; Michael Camarita, New York firefighter who died during the September 11 attacks Staten Island, New York; Matt Cassell, a NFL quarterback Northridge, California; Chien Feng Chen, a former MLB player, first Taiwanese-born player in MLB history Tainan County, Taiwan; Jeff Clement, a MLB player Marshalltown, Iowa; Billy Connors, a former MLB player Schenectady, New York; Miss Irene Davis, first girl to record a win as a pitcher and to pitch a shutout, first Little League player to appear on the cover of Sports Illustrated at the time of tournament play Philadelphia, Pennsylvania; Austin Dillon, a 2011 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series champion NASCAR 2013 Nationwide Series champion Forsyth County, North Carolina; Chris Drury, a former NHL player, 2001 Stanley Cup champion, 1998 Hobie Baker Award winner, 1999 Calder Memorial Trophy winner Trumbull, Connecticut; Ray Ferraro, a former NHL player Trail, British Columbia; Stephen Fife, MLB player Boise, Idaho; Jeff Frazier, a MLB player Toms River, New Jersey; Todd Frazier, MLB player/Toms River, New Jersey. Jose Mays Garcia owner, Monterrey Sultans, Mexican Baseball League/Monterrey, Mexico. Gail Gilbert former NFL quarterback/ Red Bluff, California. Charlie Hayes former MLB player, 1996 MLB World Series champion / Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Ken Hubbs former MLB player, 1962 National League Rookie of the Year and Gold Glove winner / Colton, California. George H. Hunter former MLB player. U.S. Prosecutor for Northern California. Executive Director, NBA Players Association / Delaware Township, New Jersey. Eric Johnson former MLB player / San Ramon, California. Keith Lampard former MLB player / Portland, Oregon. Carney Lansford former MLB player, 1988 and 1990 MLB World Series runner-up, 1989 MLB World Series champion, 1981 MLB batting champ, 1988 American League All-Star, 1992 Hutch Award winner / Santa Clara, California. Adam Lowen, MLB player / Surrey, British Columbia. Vance Lovelace former MLB player / Tampa, Florida. Lance Lynn, MLB player / Brownsburg, Indiana. Jason Marquis MLB player, 2005 NL Silver Slugger, 2006 MLB World Series champion, 2009 National League All-Star / Staten Island, New York. Stephen Matua former NHL player, 1994 Stanley Cup champion / Rouyn-Noranda, Quebec. Lloyd McClendon former MLB player and hitting coach, currently an MLB manager / Gary, Indiana. Lastings Milleger MLB player / Bradenton, Florida. Bobby Mitchell / Northridge, California. Jim Pankovic former MLB player / Richmond, Virginia. Yasmaya Ropetti MLB player / Maracaibo, Venezuela. Mark Pishta former MLB player / Marietta, Georgia. Boog Powell former MLB player, 1969 and 1971 MLB World Series runner-up, 1966 and 1970 MLB World Series champion / Lakeland, Florida. Jurickson Profa, MLB player / Alemstad, Cura Section O. Guillermo Quira Cube ZA MLB player / Maracaibo, Venezuela. Colby Rasmus MLB player / Phoenix City, Alabama. Michael Saunders, MLB player / Victoria, British Columbia. Turk Schonert former NFL player and former offensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills / Garden Grove, California. Jonathan Scoop, MLB player / Alemstad, Cura Section O. Gary Sheffield former MLB player, 1997 MLB World Series champion, 1992 MLB batting champ, 7-time National League All-Star. 2-time American League All-Star, 5-time Silver Slugger / Tampa, Florida. Brian Saipa former NFL quarterback and 1980 NFL MVP / Elka John, California. Carl Taylor former MLB player / Lakeland, Florida. Cleet Thomas, MLB player / Panama City, Florida. Copyright to Torres former MLB player / Monterrey, Mexico. George Tsamis former MLB player / Campbell, California. Pierre Turgeon former NHL player, 4-time NHL All-Star / Rouyn-Noranda, Quebec. Jason Varitek former MLB player, 1994 NCAA-CWS, 2004 and 2007 MLB World Series champion / Altamonte Springs, Florida. Dave Veers former MLB player / Torreja Cubed NAFB, Spain. Ed Vosberger former MLB player, 1980 NCAA-CWS champion, 1997 MLB World Series champion / Tucson, Arizona. Chrissy Wendell US Olympic women's hockey team / Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Dan Wilson former MLB player, 1996 American League All-Star / Barrington, Illinois. Rick Weiser former MLB player, 1975 MLB World Series runner-up / Portland, Oregon. Jim Brower, former MLB pitcher, 1985 Little League World Series / 1985 World Series / 1985 East Tonka, Minnesota, Corey Rasmus, MLB player played on same team as his brother Colby. A 1999 Little League World Series / 1999 World Series runner-up Phoenix City, Alabama, Chad Pennington, former NFL quarterback, 1991 Little League World Series / 1991 World Series. American West LL Hamilton, Ohio, Randall Grichuk, MLB player. 2003 and 2004 Little League World Series / 2003 and 2004 World Series Lamar National LL Texas, media coverage. The first broadcast of the Little League World Series on television was on ABC Sports in 1963. For years, only the championship game was televised. Since the late 1980s, when the tournament was reorganized, both the U.S. and international championships, the semi-finals, have been shown. As the years passed, more telecasts were added on ABC, ESPN, and ESPN2. In 2006, 28 of the 36 games were televised on the three networks. The 2006 World Championship game was to be the last telecast on ABC Sports before ESPN's complete takeover of the sports division and name change. However, the final was postponed one day because of rain and was shown by ESPN2. In January 2007, it was announced that ESPN, ESPN2, and ABC had extended their contract with the Little League organization through 2014. That year, every game of the LLWS was scheduled to be televised for the first time, with all but one game live on ESPN, ESPN2, or ABC. In addition, a number of games were to be shown in high definition on one of ESPN's two dedicated HD channels, or on ABC HD. The championship games in all other divisions, as well as the semi-finals and finals of the Little League Softball World Series, was scheduled for either ESPN, ESPN2 or ESPNU. In June 2011, it was announced that ESPN would add 17 games to its schedule on ESPN 3D. Coverage of the qualifying games has increased in the U.S. recently. As of 2014, all regional group games are streamed online via the ESPN3 platform, with the semi-finals joining the finals on an ESPN network. The aforementioned Southwest and New England regional games are aired in full on the Longhorn Network and NESN, respectively. Most LLWS games are broadcast live on local radio station WRAK 1400 AM, which is owned by Clear Channel. The radio broadcasts are also streamed online at the LLWS page at littleleague.org. Other divisions in Little League Baseball. Each of the other 8 divisions of Little League Baseball has its own World Series format. See also, List of Little League World Series broadcasters, Little League World Series on television, Little League World Series Baseball 2008, a recently released video game adaptation of the LLWS. Moon Davis, the first girl in Little League World Series history to pitch a winning game and earn the win. Mexico in the Little League World Series, Danny Armentier, the center of an age fraud investigation during the 2001 series. Amateur baseball in the United States, list of organized baseball leagues, Baseball Awards World, Baseball Awards U.S. Youth Baseball, references. External links, Little League official website, Peter J. McGovern Little League Museum, the Little League Baseball International Tournament. Unpage publications.